Hi, hello, my name is Dana and I have three questions that I want to answer today. First question is, these are from a client that feels stuck in life. And when I was treating her, we came up with the idea for this video. All this is improvised. The only thing that I prepared will be my hairstyle and the lighting, because I have to look good, right? So the first question is, why do I think about negative things a lot? I think about death and such a lot, and I spend a lot of my time thinking about what would happen. What if I fall off a balcony right now? What if I'll get hit by a car right now? What if I'll fall down and I'll break my leg or something like that? So the answer to it is, first of all, if you feel like that, you are afraid to live. You are scared of death, but the other side of that coin is that you are afraid to live. You are scared to death to live. So, in what sense death scares us? Because, okay, so the first reason for death scaring us would be that we didn't live enough. I didn't do my master's that I wanted. I didn't say I love you to the person that I love. I didn't get to resolve my issues with my parents or my friend from the 6th grade. I have a lot of people that are angry with me, and they didn't forgive me for that. Or I wanted to achieve a goal in life, and that goal is very scary. It feels like impossible, and I didn't achieve it yet because I'm not at that place yet. And if I'll die right now, I don't feel like it's time. I'm scared. I want to achieve more. That would be the reasons for us to fear death. Those are the reasonable reasons, but there is a second part of it, and that would be the unreasonable reasons to fear death. It would be, what if I die and my body isn't as I want it to be because I was crashed in the car, and my body isn't desirable anymore, and I don't want to die in that state. What if it's about the images that we see in the movies, like zombies or like paranormal activity movies, when dead people look like they look, first of all, physical, and second of all, they look like the moment they died. That will be the first unreasonable reason. And second of all is, we are scared what is on the other side of death. We're scared of hell. We're scared of punishment. We're scared that we didn't pass the test of life, that we didn't do good things enough. We didn't do kind things enough. And those are existential questions that we ask ourselves. And it's a very good thing, because when you answer those existential questions, life starts to become much more easier. So let me try and tell you my personal journey on that path. I was asking the same existential questions, and I was always also afraid to live, scared of death, scared of what is on the other side of death. And I was born Muslim, but right now I'm agnostic, so there is a fishy things going on behind that, right? I was a devoted Muslim at one point in my life, but I didn't believe that Allah loved me enough, because the society we live in a modern world, in this day and age, is full of sins. Even if you don't want to sin, even if we don't want to do sins that are written in Quran, in this modern day and age, you cannot escape them. So because of those, I didn't feel loved enough by Allah. I thought if I died right now, I will go to hell. And in Quran, hell is described as something horrifying. And it's natural that you would fear that. And even it's written in Quran that you have to fear death, you have to fear hell, you have to fear the punishment of God. In my case, I didn't believe that. I had to, as a devoted Muslim, but I didn't. So the first thing I had to do was look for some other answers, because the answers I got from Quran wasn't satisfying enough. So I started reading books on spirituality, I started reading books on philosophy, I started reading books from other religions, and the thread that I found in between all of those books was God, energy, universe loves you unconditionally. No matter what you do, no matter what you sin, how you sin, you're loved. You're loved by God. And I started believing that. Then I found out that we have a soul. Then I found out that we have energy all around us. We are energy. I found out that we are not fully physical. I found out that we have an inner being. We have a soul that is always with us, that supports us, that loves us, that guides us. And at that point, when I felt that support inside me, I started believing that maybe death isn't a bad thing. Maybe death is a transition point when we fully become who we intended to be in the physical world. Maybe death is a moment we join together with our soul, with our inner being, and become whole. At that point, I stopped fearing death. And the flip side of that coin is, now you have to start living. Now you start looking at your life, because you stop focusing on death. You stop focusing moment by moment what could happen to you. You stop focusing on bad things. You stop focusing on negative part of this life. You start focusing, okay, then if I'm not dying right now, and if there is no horrible thing waiting for me if I do this in this moment, at that point you start looking at your life with a new set of eyes. You start being hopeful about tomorrow. You start being intentional. You start putting forth goals that inspire you, that makes you believe that if you achieve those goals, you will be the happiest person in the world. You will be the most joyful human being in the world. And you start seeing that human being in front of your eyes. And you start desiring that feeling. You start wanting to be that human being. And at that point, you start living. At that point, your life becomes colorful. At that point, people around you change. Conversations in your life change. At that point, you start attracting new things into your life. And you're not afraid anymore. You're not scared anymore. Because you're hopeful.